Why are some people perpetually timid to face challenges of life? Why is it that some people cannot stand up and assert themselves? Why do some students continually see themselves as poor and inferior to their mates? Why do some young people, no matter how they struggle, cannot fulfill their destiny or achieve their purpose in life? All these questions are traceable to parenting and self-esteem of a child. Hello and welcome to Purposeful Parent Insight Session. My name is Dr. Waleoni, parent coach and child behavior consultant. I'm here to offer you parenting help and support, to give you clarity where there is confusion and empowerment where there is frustration, and provide you innovative parenting solutions so that you can raise wholesome, resilient, and independent children amidst all the challenges in our contemporary time. Stay with me till the end of this episode, and I promise you that you are going to get tremendous value for your time. Share this link also with your family and friends so that they can be part of this amazing insight that we get in the area of parenting. In today's episode, we are going to consider a very important subject. And what is it? It has to do with self-esteem of a child. And the title of today's discussion is How Parenting Affects Self-Esteem of Your Child. Once again, how parenting affects self-esteem of your child. What is self-esteem, by the way? Self-esteem refers to your sense of overall personal worth or value. Self-esteem describes your level of confidence in your abilities. It is a measure of how a person values, approves of, appreciates, or prizes him or herself. It is what you think, what you believe about yourself. The I can or I cannot spirit of a person is dictated by that person's self-esteem. So any achievement a person will attain in life is going to be determined by the level of that person's self-esteem. So as parents, it is very important you understand what self-esteem is and how parenting negatively or positively impacts the self-esteem of your child. Many adults today, their life has been limited. Their life has been placed under some limitation as a result of poor parenting they had while they were young. And that is why you cannot joke with today's study. And I encourage you to stay put. Get all the values from this discussion so that you can become a better parent. Let's dive in as we go now. So many adults in our society today have been affected, whose self-esteem have been damaged, have been battered, have been affected by their childhood because of the type of parenting that they have. What is the whole essence of parenting, by the way? An old adage perfectly answers this question. The adage says, and I quote, "Effective parenting consists first of giving a child roots and then wings to fly." By roots, I mean a firm, solid base at home. And wing, I mean self-confidence to go out there and fly, to go out there and succeed, to go out there and make it big time. In the first encounters of a particular child, of any child at all, the child will either experience a boost or a battle to his or her self-esteem. Parenting is the most powerful factor that influences a child's self-esteem. Unfortunately, many parents are ignorant of this fact, and as a result, they act in a way that will damage the self-esteem of their children. Can you see the power of ignorance? In our society today, we have a lot of adults, young people also, whose self-esteem has been damaged by their parenting. You ask me how. There are so many ways this happens, and I'll begin to identify them one by one and analyze them as we dive into this discussion. So let's go to the first one. What is the first way whereby parenting affects self-esteem of a child? Number one, ridicule of appearance and intelligence of a child. The first among many is this ridicule of appearance and intelligence of a child. You see, the ability and intelligence and even physical appearance of a child have been ridiculed many times, several times by some parents. The outcome of this is that this child will now begin to see him or herself through the negative eyes of their parent, through the negative eyes of the other. And you see that some of this ridicule that the parents label their children, other people around, siblings and even neighbors will also begin to call that child that name. And eventually the child will begin to see himself as never do good child. Let's take for instance, maybe Ojo or Bola is the name of the child now, and the mommy usually says, you short devil, you Ojo with coconut head. Oh, you see the set of teeth, very, very bad. See how he's singing and his voice is sounding like frog. You can never sing well in life. Maybe this is a boy or a girl that has been gifted that is to become a powerful singer in life. Maybe a gospel singer or a secular singer that will go places, but because of the damage the mothers, the parenting of the mother or the father has done to the self-esteem of this boy or this girl, will never sing. Somebody who can ever sing and will always go around, I am very ugly because my mommy tells me I'm very ugly. I have coconut head, and coconut head is never do good head, and that kind of mentality is settled in his head because that is the name, that is the label, that is the ridicule that he has been given from home. After a while that this boy has been given this kind, he will continue to carry that kind of burden. What a great burden upon the child. 2, the second way the parenting affects self-esteem is parents' overblown criticism of a child. A small boy breaks a plate and the mom shouts loudly, Sunday or John, you are the most careless boy I've ever seen in this environment. In fact, in my entire life, nobody is as careless as you. You are always breaking things in this house. Your wahala is too much. This is a big burden for a small child to carry. To start with, that statement is not true. There is a big difference between breaking a plate as against always breaking things in this house. Can you see? This is how many parents talk to their children. At another instance, the kid makes a small mistake and the dad makes some demeaning remarks like, I know you, Fumi. Fumi, you are the one that did this thing again. I'm not surprised. Anyway, you are always doing bad things in this house. Or Victor, he comes in and just throws his bag and his school uniform on the big chair in the sitting room. And the daddy say, Victor, you are the roughest boy I've ever met in my life in the entire community. You spoil your uniform faster than any other student or any other pupil in this community. You are the roughest boy ever. The damage done by this approach is very great on the child's self-esteem. This usual devastating statement of generalization indicates that the child is basically worse than it actually is. And that is a person that is just occasionally doing something that is wrong, now overblown to mean that you are perpetually bad. And this sticks to the subconscious of this child and continually to carry this burden throughout his life, except a serious therapy takes place. 3, the third way whereby self-esteem of a child is damaged or battered by a parent, unfair comparison of a child with others. Mamas in the house, wake up. Many mothers do this. See, go and see Shade, the mother of my friend there, or the child of my friend there. See Shade, the daughter of my friend in the other house. He clear all the subjects. You are just coming here with C. You are coming here with B. I don't know the kind of child you are. You are comparing your child with another. Every child is unique and special. No two kids can ever be the same. If you are a father or a mother, you have 3 children. The 3 of them will have 3 unique personalities and 3 unique personalities, and you cannot be one. This one can be good in science, and this other one good in art. This other one is just like to express himself, or just use his talents. It's not true. Just one eye that you are looking at things that a child can grow and become great in life. And when you have confined your child to a particular box, and you are looking at that box and using it as a thing to judge your child. This is going to seriously batter the self-esteem. The mistake made by many parents is to compare their child with other child, maybe within the family. Maybe there's this boy who is the first child of the house, and there's another girl or another boy that follows, and you see your brother how is doing well. See your brother how is dressing well. You are always very dirty. See your brother how is doing well in his study. You are a coconut head boy. Wow, that's a very, very great batter to the self-esteem of that child. The story of a boy called David comes to mind. David's parents frequently compare him to his older brother, who excels in his academics and sports, and comments like, "Why can't you be like your brother? Why can't you get up and be like your brother?" This always repeated to this boy, and this constant comparison of David with his brother make him feel inferior and develop a belief that he is not valuable as others and he can never do well like others in life. Can you see? Let's move to another point now. Perceived disapproval of parents. Perceived disapproval of parents. As the performance expectation increase from parents and possibly even teachers in the school, and the child begins to see himself disappointing these parents. If the child believes that a beloved daddy or a beloved mommy is disappointed in him, this may result in low esteem. He will be feeling guilty. And he has given all this effort. Parents have a big role to play in life. In the life of their own children, building self-esteem in them, building confidence in them, building them to be the best that God has made them to be. Every child is unique and carries greatness within. It is now in the hands of the parent to bring out that greatness. Don't diminish and batter and destroy the self-esteem of your child as a result of such a practice. Let's go to another point now. Confusion of failure in a project with failure in life. Confusion of failure in the project with failure in life. A child who fails a subject like mathematics in school, or who doesn't make the common entrance examination at once, may make the mistake of identifying a single failure with failure in life. Just failure in a particular project or in a particular development does not equate complete failure in life. This error in judgment is worsened by the reinforcement of the same by parents. Maybe your child faces common entrance. Sunday, I know you are a failure. Come and see all your friends now that are already in secondary school. You wrote that small exam and you failed. You are a failure. You are generalizing just one attempt in an exam to become a general performance of the child in life. This is very, 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 very negative and can batter and brutal the self-esteem of this child and will not allow him to be what he is made to be by God. Consequently, this will crystallize in the mind of this small child and gives him poor self-image of himself, and he believes that he cannot perform. He can never do well. Let's go to another point now. Parental neglect. Parental neglect is another factor, another way through which many parents batter, many parents they damage the self-esteem of their children. How? The story of Sarah comes to mind. Sarah's parents are either too busy with work or preoccupied with their own issues of life and pay little or no attention to this girl, to her needs, to her emotional needs, to her physical needs, and some other needs. So Sarah often feels non-existing in the house, as if he's not even there. He feels as if he's not a person, as if he's not a human. The lack of acknowledgement and emotional support from the parent now make Sarah to feel unimportant and unloved in the house. My daddy doesn't love me. My mommy doesn't love me. They don't even give attention to me. Your food is there. Go to your school. You just feel neglected, feel abandoned, and feel not existing in the house. This diminishes our sense of what? That I'm not what human being. I'm not. Some children can even go into depression. Today, statistics are skyrocketing about children that are going to depression. And this may be one of such factors that may make a child go into depression. Parental neglect. This can greatly damage the self-esteem of your child, as this did to this girl Sarah. Another point there is failure to forgive self after an unsuccessful attempt. When children fail in one area or the other in life, sometimes they tend never to forgive themselves. They feel that they must either give up trying or quit making new attempts. You as the parent then have the duty to encourage that child, to encourage that girl, to encourage that boy. Failure is not final, my boy. Get up and be on your feet. You have the power, you have the energy, you have the potential, you have the wisdom, you have the intellectualism to go out and make it. That you have failed previously does not make you to remain permanently there. The fact that they failed before does not mean that is it. That you cannot get it up again. But how do you talk to your children when he failed in a particular attempt? How do you speak to your child when he did not do well as you expected? Then the next to it is unrealistic expectation. There is a story of a boy called John. John's parents expected him to excel in all subjects, at the same time to be the best in sport at school. Despite John putting all his efforts into struggling to beat the expectation of daddy and mommy at home, he was unable to get up to that standard. His parents now begin to express disappointment. Rather than acknowledging the hard work, the effort of this small boy, John begins to feel that he can never measure up to the expectation of mommy and daddy, and this leads to a persistent sense of inadequacy. His parents damage his self-esteem through their unrealistic expectation. Quit placing unrealistic expectation on your children. You are not their God. You are not their creator. God has created each child with specific and unique abilities and allowed them to unfold, not in the box that you have created. Some parents have created a box. Some people say, because I'm a lawyer, my child must read law. Because I'm a medical doctor, my son, and all of them must go and study. Why? You are a unique person. Your daughter is unique. Your boy is unique. Allow them to unfold and come out with the great uniqueness God has created in them. Not boxing them to a corner and keeping them within the box that you have predetermined before they were born. This is wrong. What kind of parent are you? Are you putting unrealistic expectation before your child? You are damaging the power, the potential, the purpose and the destiny of this child by that kind of practice. Another point now is lack of praise and recognition. Wow. Many parents can never praise their children, no matter how good, no matter how fantastic their performance will be within the house in domestic things, or maybe in the academics, or maybe in sport, or maybe in the manifestation of their gifts. They will never. All they are after is to criticize and criticize and criticize and criticize. Why? Why are you so negative? A child has done reasonably well. Oh, fantastic, my boy. Thumbs up for you. I'll celebrate you. Some parents can never do that. What has he ever done? What is it that is done that we have never seen? Leave it there. There's this story of a boy called Michael. Michael rarely hears words of affirmation from his parents. He rarely hears words of encouragement and praise and recognition from his parents, even when he has done something noteworthy, even when he has done something fantastic, such as maybe winning a school competition or going to compete in a particular sport, and yet he came home with some achievement. Over time, Michael begins to feel that nothing he does in life is ever good. And this settles in his subconscious and erodes his self-esteem and power to go out and succeed. Can you see that parenting is a very, very serious and very sensitive issue as we build up our children? And once this is settled in the subconscious of this child, it goes with him for life. Even when he becomes adult, he becomes married, this thing will continue to haunt him because it has settled in the subconscious. Except it goes for therapy. And how many people are familiar with therapy? How many therapy experts and therapists are even around to attend to such issues? So as parents today, there is a need for you to wake up your consciousness and how your parenting practice affect the self-esteem of your children. As we round off today's discussion, I want you to examine yourself as a parent. Are you building the self-esteem of your child, or you are damaging it? How do you talk to your child? How do you overly criticize your child? Are you always comparing your child with others? You've got to stop all this and begin to be intentional in building healthy self-esteem of your child. You have to be intentional. You have to do it deliberately. You have to be purposeful in doing this kind of thing. Building the self-esteem that will make your child to go out there and succeed, to go out there and perform, go out there and try. Prepare your child to go out into the world by building powerful, healthy self-esteem in him or her. In our next episode, we shall detail how you can build a healthy self-esteem in your child. This begins with laying the foundation that are necessary. We are going to be considering this in our next episode. And I want to thank you for your time, for being part of today's amazing insight session of our purposeful parent. And I want to encourage you that you share this with your friends and family so that they can learn also this wonderful insight that you are getting on parenting from this platform. Bye for now. God bless you.